What's up guys, JP back at you once again, bringing you guys day number 15 in my 5th annual 31 Days of Horror. This is where we watch and review 31 horror films in 31 days, all during the month of October, leading right up to Halloween. And for day number 15, we have a film I saw in the cinema a couple of weeks ago, and that is Don't Breathe. Don't Breathe follows 3 criminals who are young adults, breaking and entering, stealing people's stuff, hawking them, and then getting money for them. They each have their own reasons for doing it, but they're doing it nonetheless. They live in Detroit in sort of a shitty neighborhood, and one character's father works for a security company, so they have easy access to the alarm systems and how to shut them off. They decide to pick somebody who supposedly has a great deal of wealthy stuff in his house, and they decide to rob him. They find out that he is actually blind, and he doesn't leave his house, so they decide to do it when he's home, since he is blind, and they break and enter, and it becomes sort of like a reverse home invasion film after that. So this film is a very solid watch in my opinion. It's very unpredictable. There's only a slight bit of fuckery going on in the film in terms of plot holes and things that don't really make sense. One of them has to do with the alarm system. I just think that the way they handle that is just, it's a little too bullshit. You know, one of the characters has to sneak into the house, rush down, and shut the alarm system off in 15 seconds. It just, the time frame doesn't work well for the movie, but I'm not going to harp on that. That's something stupid. I shouldn't even have brought it up because it is a little detail. The film is very well shot. Fede Alvarez does a great job, especially when they first enter the house. There's these swooping shots going around the house and showing all the different people in the house, and it just looks great. It's very unpredictable. I did not expect the film to go where it went, and definitely didn't expect it to go where it went later in the film, because it gets very bizarre. Very intense movie. The performances are fantastic. Making the characters sort of unlikable at first, you know, is kind of a risky move, because you instantly have the potential to throw off audiences who are used to rooting for the good guys, because these kids are kind of bad people because they're breaking and entering and they're stealing people's stuff, even though they kind of have their own reasons for it. I have heard a lot of reviews where people say that these kids are douchebags. I actually connected with them very well, and I did like the characters, so that did not affect me. But the best performance is of the blind man, because he is terrifying. There will be moments where these characters are doing something, and then the camera just goes, you know, next to them, and he's just standing there with his eyes open. Of course he can't see because he's blind, but it is terrifying. It's scary. It sends a jolt of fear to your heart. Very awesome stuff there. Overall, I just really enjoyed Don't Breathe. It is a fantastic watch. We actually covered it on the podcast if you want to hear a more in-depth review. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Check it out.